The bad days are gone, and now I'm on the road. Gonna take me.
My name is... Hello? What's happening? How's everyone doing? Good evening. Or good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are. Oh no, CC says that, doesn't he? Damn me. I'm finished. So how's everyone doing? Who do we have? Of course, oh, Mr. Conspiracy Cat. Howdy, partner. How you diddling? Audrey, how are you this evening? Crafty Keeler, Dakota Dad, Brian. We leave it at that. Brainless Steel NL, how are you, pal? Bacon Earth, good evening, pal. Merlin. Hi, Merlin. Oh, S2000 GT in his house. Otto von Skidmark, I haven't seen you for a while. How are you bargain, Mosh? Liam Hodgetts, good evening. Good evening. Can you go a bit slower? Sam Shivers. Hello from upstairs, Mrs. Blinder. How the devil are you? Well, the Google moderator team isn't here tonight. Thank goodness for that. I don't think I could take the pressure. Oh, I beg your pardon. I'm partaking in a Pepsi Max. Because I'm going back on my diet from tomorrow because I do be getting fat. And yeah, at my age, can't have that happen. So what's happening then? Who's in the mood for maybe a little bit of a call in like we did previously? Brian is enjoying a cigar. Ah, sitting in your garden. That's not what I thought it said at first glance, but I'm glad that's what it does say. Good evening, Miss Puny Kitty. Awesome content to listen to while working. I wouldn't get too overexcited. So yeah, I thought we would do a bit of a call in tonight. But hello Tracy Langley. My day is going very well. My granddaughter has just left. She's gone home We've had a lovely day. It's nice to be able to spend some time with her because, as we all know, we haven't been able to do much of that lately. Good evening, Microraptor. The plot hole, how are you? Yes, you're right, Roman K. That did come from down below. It was very rude of me. Good evening, Rob McGowan. Yeah, I thought we would do a call in tonight. So if anybody wants to be on the live stream with me, jump into the voice chat on the old Discord, and I'm sure that my pal the Bacon God will moderate the pants off it. Yeah, Keela, if I could have joined you on your live stream today, I would have, but like I say, my granddaughter was over, so yeah, sorry. Yeah. So there we go. Right, I'm just setting up Discord to make sure that yeah, right, so the microphone's on and speakers are on. Let's check. Yeah, I can hear myself. Ooh, that's annoying. So yeah, I feel like I'm saying yeah a lot tonight. I'm very well, elongated muskrat. Nutria 15, is it? How is Ohio this evening? Treating you well, I trust. There we are. Bacon Earth is in the right, how do I create an invite? I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. I think I'm doing this right. There we are. There's the link to the Discord voice chat, I think. And it'll work exactly the same way as it did last time. If you want to jump in there. Yeah. Somebody just asked me something to do with my community posts. Yeah, YouTube is really not behaving very well lately. I don't know what's going on, because my last two videos have really badly underperformed. Like usually, my benchmark is, hello, Chris Shapley, DVM CVA. How was Jersey? Yeah, my sort of benchmark is when I release a video, I'm looking for it to get 2,000 views in the first hour, and then I know it's on target. But Friday's video and well, all the videos last week really just didn't hit that benchmark, and they've continued to underperform. Now, from what I can tell, apparently YouTube is doing some work in the background, and it's affecting what gets seen, and also the community posts. I put a community post up, and it was quite ironic. I put a community post up asking if everybody had seen the video, and I didn't get one single like. I didn't get any engagements or no comments, nothing at all. So there's clearly something wrong. Either that or everybody now hates me. But I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is, but there we go. Yeah, YouTube is messing with me, Dakota Dad. I honestly don't know what's going on. Honestly don't know what's going on, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So who have I not said hello to yet? Bill Clark, Daryl M, Danny Jones Hawks Police. You seen no video? Well, you got to go looking. The thing is as well, right, and I say this with the greatest of respect, but no, Cali C, is it Cali or Cal C? I don't think it's that, because it's happening to a lot of people. It's happening to a lot of people. Tracy Langley, I wish that was true, because the subject of Friday's video definitely hates me, and so do all her friends that have been sending me messages calling me old. They said I was 50. I'm not 50. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, good evening, Richard M. How's Connecticut this evening? FEP review. Howdy doody to you as well. Yeah, so what I was going to say is completely gone. What was I going to say? Audrey, yeah, I completely agree with you, but I think she totally missed the point of the video. What I was saying, careful now, Stray. I'm not 49 either, and I'm definitely not 60S 2000 GT. No, gone again. I don't know what's happened. Yeah, apparently, the Matt Wooten, is it? Apparently, with community posts, if you put a community post up, then put another one up the following day, it doesn't send out notifications. But I don't know. Yeah, so what I was saying about the subject of Friday's video, I think Arsenic 1987, no, I'm not sick. My allergies are just playing up a little bit today, so if I'm a bit sniffy, sorry to all the headphone users. It's just because my allergies are playing up today. But anyway, yeah, so I think that obviously she saw the video and so did lots of her friends, but I think they missed the point. I know she said in the video she wasn't a flat earther, but she also said that certain things don't add up. And what I was trying to use that video, and I think myself, I took it very, very easy on her. I didn't say anything mean. What I was saying is that some people are prone to buying into conspiracy theories, and basically all she was doing, she's clearly a Shane Dawson fan, so she's trying to emulate somebody she looks up to, and there's nothing wrong with that. I take inspiration and certain things I do from YouTubers I like. That's human nature. If you see somebody doing something that you admire or you think you would want to do, then you can, in some cases, you can subconsciously copy them. But I don't think that was the case with her. She was just blatantly copying Shane Dawson, and unfortunately, and it was funny because I had messages saying, exploiting a small channel. No, I exploit a channel no matter what size it is. Don't care if it's got 300 subscribers or 3 million subscribers. If I want to call somebody out, I'm gonna call them out. But it's just, you've got to have a thick skin to do this. You really, really have. You're not going to keep everybody happy all the time. You're going to upset some people. I had a comment of somebody earlier on and said, "Oh, I stopped watching once you published the George Floyd video." Okay, thanks for telling me. Amazing. But like I've said before, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. If I've got something to say, I'm going to say it. Some people will like it, some people won't. It's tough titty, really. It is what it is. It is what it is. In the intro, is that my band? And if so, what's it called and what do you play? No, I'm not in a band. It's not my band. That's, believe it or not, that's stock music from Epidemic Sounds. The reason I choose that genre is because I'm a particular fan of blues music. Yeah, so no, it's not. Velox, you came at the right time and totally agree with what? Because I've said quite a bit so far. What? That everybody should hate me or that I'm old? But yeah. You're right, Chris Shapley. Haters can be my motivators. I like it. And yeah, I've heard that before. Yeah, Velox, you're right. The thick skin. You've got to have a thick skin to be able to do this. If I threw my toys out of the pram every time I got a mean comment on a video or somebody attacked me over a video, I'd never make any videos. Because I get that. And every single video I make. Elongated muskrat. Why have you just typed numino ultra microscopic silicone volcano coniosis in my side chat? Is it because you think I can't say it? And people keep asking me to say Llanfair, Pwll Gwyn, Gell Go Gerich, Windrobo, Llantysilio, Go Go Goch. As if I can't say it. Of course I can say it. I'm Welsh. You know. Yeah, so... Yeah, exactly, Elizabeth. Not everybody's going to like me. And that's completely fine, because I don't like everyone either. It's called human nature. You can't like everybody you encounter. You can't please everybody. If you're going to, especially on YouTube, if you're going to go around trying to please people, then, you know, it's just not going to work out for you in the long run. You know, I've made some videos and people have got a bit upset with me, and it's like, well, and I don't want this to make me sound like a dick. Well, no more of a dick than I actually am, but, you know, it's tough. You can't say that I'm your, Creaky, you're my favourite YouTuber, I love everything you do, until I say something that upsets you. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. The mighty one, you didn't know I was Welsh? Well. Story of three Wells. Anybody know anything about reinforcing desks, by the way? Mine is starting to get a bit weighed down, and I'm worried that one night everything is just suddenly going to go fa-dum. But, yeah, it's, yeah, that's right, Crafty Keeler. The channel belongs to me, not my subscribers. But...
Oh, new subscriber. Tidy.
Indeed. The other side of that coin is without subscribers, I wouldn't have a channel. So it's a balancing act. It's how can I say? It's finding that line in between being true to myself and saying what I want to say without without taking it too I don't know what I mean, but who's my favorite blues artist? Muddy Waters, probably. And I don't know if he's strictly blues, but I do like Stevie Ray Vaughan as well. I really do like Stevie Ray Vaughan. But yeah, it's Lou Dukes. Your lack of accent means that if you upset me with a video, at least I'll understand you. Well, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, BB King is okay as well. Yo to you too, Tim Cowell. Give Simon my regards. That joke will never get old for me. But, you know, I'm easily pleased. What can I say? Matthew Cundy, did I hear you don't like the Beatles? You did hear. I do not like the Beatles at all. There's one or two of their... Well, I shouldn't have said I don't like the Beatles at all. There's one or two of their songs that I don't mind. But on the whole, I don't like the Beatles, no. What about Eric Clapton, the mighty one? Yeah, I like Eric Clapton, obviously. Do I like pure blues or do I like rock stoner blues? See, I'm a bit funny with music. If I like music, I like it. The genre doesn't really make that much of a difference. Yeah, so there we go. What is going to happen to your second channel? Asks John D. What, do you mean Creaky Blinder 2, or do you mean what I posted in the community tab? Oh, nice to see we got some grown-ups in the side chat tonight. If anybody's going to say penis on my channel, it'll be me. Pack it in. Microraptor, some people are pansexual. Creaky Blinder is pan musical. Yeah, I just like the music I like, if that makes sense. It may not. But there we go. There we go. Such is life. But anyway, now I've said all that, who do we... Oh, Jeff Healy is awesome. How could I forget Jeff Healy? Hoochie Coochie Man. Absolute classic. Yeah, Audrey, so this is this is the thing. So obviously, as I said in my last live stream, I lost my camera because I'm a genius. I put it on my seat, got off to have a wee-wee, and when I got back on, I forgot that I put it there, and yeah, no more camera. But we were talking about this today. We're keen to do it, and we're working on ideas. I want to make sure that everything we're going to do on it is right before we do it, if that makes sense. So it's going to take a little bit of preparation. I just was putting the feelers out. So the problem we're up against as well is, like, for argument's sake, today, now Sunday would have been a lovely day to go for a ride today. We could have done some filming. We could have, you know, talked about this, that, and the other. But the problem is, in Wales, we're up against the weather as well. And we can't always beat that. And because I'm a big girl, I don't ride in the rain. It's difficult to get the windscreen wipers on my specs to not squeak. So it is coming, but you know, it's Drew Lewis. I made a video about Peter Popoff and his magic water last year. If you have a look through I think it may be either one of the very early Playing a Blinder videos, or it could even be on the Creaky Weekly playlist, or you could just search Peter Popoff on my channel and I'm sure you'll find him. Hello, Kevin Tomlinson. So yeah, so it is coming, but we want to make sure it's right first, if that makes sense, so that it's not boring, mundane content like I put on this channel. Bandito guy, would you ever consider streaming on Twitch? Probably not, because my audience is here, so it would make no sense for me to stream on another platform. And isn't Twitch just like cool, young, good-looking gaming people? Well, I don't fit into any of those categories, so I'm afraid no. Just quickly before we start speaking to people, did any of you happen to notice the pinned post from Flat Earth Jesus on Friday's video? Yeah, that's exactly it, Audrey. Measure twice, cut once, mentally. Because if I'm going to do it, I'd rather it be right. Yeah, so the pinned post on Friday's video is from, is from Flat Earth Jesus. Now, I don't know what it is, right? But for some reason, I've got a bit of a soft spot for Ross. I really do think he's a nice guy. Completely insane, but he said as much himself. But I do think he's a nice guy. So he basically, what did he say? Let me just read out the bit. There we are. So he's saying we should team up for a live chat one day. Two smart asses who think the other one is insane. It will be comedy gold. So I'm not saying it will be a debate as such, and I'm not saying it would definitely happen, but this is the closest I think I've ever come to possibly having a flat earther on my channel for a discussion, or maybe we'll do it on the Agree to Disagree channel. I haven't decided yet. Just as a point of interest as well, and I promise I will get to the calls. Just as a point of interest, if you're here now, how many people are watching this now? 182 people. So out of the 182 people that are here now, who isn't subscribed to the Agree to Disagree Debates channel? And if not, why not? And answer me honestly. I won't get offended, and I promise you, if I cry, it probably won't be for that long. But try not to make me cry because I haven't got a tissue. He did call me Scottish sheep go quack, but I think that was just a joke because he knows I'm Welsh, because earlier on in the comment he said that what did he say? Something to do with I'm Welsh and he's a New South Walian. So yeah, he knows I'm Welsh. So who's... Good evening, Jason Rylands. How are you? Crafty Keeler is a Patreon. So, right, okay, never heard of it, never heard of it. I'm not consuming that. I don't enjoy that kind of content. That's absolutely fine. Not everybody does enjoy debates. Matthew Cundy asks, have I ever done anything on Scientology? No, because I'm too scared to. Right. Yeah, HADS. That's the thing, see? It's not a flat earth channel. It's not a flat earth channel. Yes, we've had a couple of flat earth debates on there. But if we've had, I don't know, have we done 10 debates yet? Only 2 of them have been flat earth. But the thing is, people like flat earth debates. So the general consensus is from the now 195 people that are watching, you're not subscribed to it. And that's fine. But it's not a flat earth channel. Creationist stuff is pretty boring. I understand it's a difficult subject to debate, but the creationists were just repetitive and not worth your time. This is the thing, see, it's very difficult to... Well, in fact, no, it's not very difficult. It's impossible to know ahead of time what's going to be interesting and what isn't going to be interesting. But it's funny though, people saying they've never heard of it or they weren't aware. There's a link to it in every single video of mine since we launched the channel. It's at the end of it, if you I know not everybody watches right to the very end, but in my end card there's a link to my channel and the Agree to Disagree Debates channel. TSBS, you rock as well. You rock as well. Vile Mike Eister. Kent Hovind. Yeah, I haven't made a video about Kent Hovind, and it's funny because he made one about, well, I say he made one about me. What he did is, if you remember, thanks Bandito guy. If what? Why does that happen to me all the time? It's completely gone. Yeah, let me just reiterate what Audrey just said. Can you keep it to English in the side chat? With my eyesight and the speed the side chat moves, it's difficult enough for me to read English. So you've got absolutely no chance of getting your message or comment read out if it's in a different language. But yeah, there we are. I just thought it was worth asking. Right, so let me just jump into the voice chat. Right. I am now... Good evening, sir. How are you? I have now entered the side chat. Oh, you know what I mean. I'm here. Who was that? Gary! How are you, pal? Ah, living the dream, mate. Overjoyed as always. Hang on a sec. Sorry, mate. Somebody... Right. Right, let me just quickly address the side chat. While I'm talking to other people, it's pointless trying to get my attention in the side chat because I know it may not be that noticeable, but I am actually a man, which means I cannot do two things at once. So while I am talking to the lovely Gary, you will have to excuse me from the side chat because I can't concentrate on two things at once. So thank you very much. How are you, Gary, anyway? Oh, it's been shit, doesn't it, this weekend? It's been absolute pants. Yeah, it's not been the best, is it? It's not been the best. Yeah. Apparently we've got sun on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then back to pissing down with rain on Sunday. Yeah, welcome to the UK, everyone. Can't you, Gary? Oh, shit, hang on a sec. Right, it's my fault. This is the thing, see, now, manage your own expectations. How could you possibly expect me to get it right at first?
Exactly,
Say something now,
yeah.
Right, you should be able to hear him now.
There we go. He had got the beat switched on.
Right, give me a thumbs up if you can hear Gary. It must have just sounded like I was talking to myself. Yeah, you can hear him now. Awesome. It must have just sounded like I was talking to myself.
It kind of did.
Yeah, awesome.
It wouldn't be a freaky show, would it, without a technical issue?
Well, no, exactly. I am the master of ballsing up my live streams.
Exactly, yeah. No, so yes, it's been shit. It's been windy and raining, and not very much at all. So
yeah, it hasn't been the best of it. And that's the thing. It's funny. Somebody was asking in the side chat just now what's happening about the vlogs on the second channel, and it's not that we don't want to start them. Apart from me losing my brand new camera, we do want to get going on them as soon as possible because I think the idea we've got, I think it's gonna hopefully be interesting and people will like it. But the thing is, we're fighting against the weather as well. See, you can't go out riding and doing a motor vlog when it's bouncing down with rain. It's just, it's just would take all the fun out of it. Plus, I'm a big girl who only likes to ride when it's dry. So
yeah, riding a bike in the rain is not very pleasant.
Oh, it's not. And I wear an open face helmet as well, so it's literally like the slightest bit of rain. It's like somebody throwing needles into your face while you're trying to ride.
And I wear glasses, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I wear glasses as well, and it's not ideal on a bike in the rain.
Nope.
It really, really isn't. And I've tried taking them off because I can kind of see without them. And, if I can't see, I just use the Force like any other good Star Wars fan. But I still don't like riding in the rain. It's not fun.
No, I tried that without my glasses on. But I'm blind as bad with my glasses. So
I'm not too bad because when I
what's in front of me.
Yeah, like the glasses I wear now are just sort of my computer glasses, but my real glasses are variofocals, and I could manage distance at a push without them, but the optician gave me the option because she said, oh, well, you take them off and put them back on so frequently because we read our phones, we reading things on the internet. And I just went, yeah, I'll have varifocals and save me taking them on and off. And I think it's made my eyes deteriorate quicker than they would have anyway. I'm convinced of it.
They're really spacey, aren't they, varifocals, when you're not used to them?
They were quite difficult to get used to. And even now, usually in the morning when I get up and I'm still tired, you walk down the stairs and the number of times I go for an extra step that isn't there.
Yep, I get that. They all merge into one.
Yeah, yeah. The staircase ends up looking like a slide rather than a staircase.
I know, it's horrible.
Yeah, but no, it's not fun. Yeah, but then, like I was saying about the sort of the going out and about on the bike and stuff. Somebody sent me an email And it's kind of exactly the idea we've had. Now, I'm not sure I don't know if you're aware of the Abba Van disaster, Gary.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so things like, for example, I'm only using this as an example because somebody sent it to me, but we could sort of ride to Abba Van and, sort of discuss what happened and, just give a little bit of, history maybe about, what went on and how it affected people and, possibly if I was feeling mouthy enough, maybe speak to people who live there now, and that's the sort of idea we're having, to try and.
That's a good idea. I mean, it was completely unforeseen. Nobody could have predicted that happening.
Oh hell no, hell no! It was absolutely obviously it was.
It's within
before my time. Yeah, but yeah, it's it's like what we're slowly coming out of now. It's you're living through a historical event.
Yeah, this will be talked about in the future.
Oh, definitely, most definitely. We were only saying this afternoon that my granddaughter, she will be known as a I don't know what they'll call them. Will they call them COVID babies or Corona babies or whatever it may be? But she'll probably learn about this in school.
And they'll probably do talks and things as well when they're older.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you couldn't go out.
We're living in strange times, Gar. Strange times, mate.
Yeah, they just enforced the face mask in England today, so.
Oh, that started today. Do you know, I've got to be honest with you, right? I know it's important for us to stay on top of the situation, but I'm kind of at the point now where I'm sick of hearing about it because we don't seem to be hearing about anything else.
And it strikes me as very silly that why didn't they implement this when it first started rather than
exactly.
down the line?
Exactly.
They could have saved a few 100,000 people, perhaps.
Yeah, and they've said on the news as well, haven't they? And at the risk of sounding like a conspiracy theorist, but that the death figures are over exaggerated. So, for example, what they were saying on the news is, let's say, for argument's sake, a guy had the coronavirus in April, and then he recovered from it, went back to his normal, or as close to his normal life as we can get now, and then 6 weeks later he died. They were recording that as a COVID-19 death.
Yes.
Even though he may have been hit by a truck. So
yeah, exactly.
So the deaths are possibly a little bit not over exaggerated, but I don't know, overestimated or whatever you want to say. But
well, they
who knows?
put in, so if you've been on holiday to Spain, then you have to self-isolate for the next 14 days when you return to England.
Yeah, it came into force at midnight, didn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
It came into force at midnight because we would have, the same as everybody else, we would have liked to have gone on holiday this year, but also, I can't think of anything worse than having to wear a face mask in a boiling hot country and going on an aeroplane with a bunch of strangers. It's a breeding ground for germs, isn't it? Because it's recirculated air.
I don't think I'd want to fly at the moment.
No, I definitely wouldn't. As you
say, it's recirculated air. It's
yeah, you're literally breathing in what I'm breathing out. Essentially,
and the filters in the air conditioning aren't going to be microbial compatible, for instance, so they're not going to be able to filter out the virus. So, but anyway, the good news is, Creaky, that there hasn't been a new case of lung allergy on the island since July the 6th. So that's nearly 3 weeks ago. So that's good news. I can't hear anything. Might be.
Yeah, no, Creaky is a roboting a bit.
That's working. Yeah, I've got it.
Right, am I back?
My voice meter crashed.
You're back.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, no, I don't know what's going on, but every so often, Streamlabs OBS is misbehaving and it kills my mic, and I literally have to unplug it. And
Well, I just had to reboot my voice meter, and then everything came
did
back
you?
to life again. So it's probably
oh
my
right,
end.
yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. I honestly don't know what the hell's going on, but there we go.
I'm gonna
So
close-
yes, I apologise. I was silent. I did have to unplug my mic and then plug it back in, but we should have sound again now. Now I can't hear. I can't even hear Gary. Are you still there, Gar?
No, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can the side chat still hear Gary? I hope so.
I had a
Yeah.
amateur radio program running, which was listening to the audio card, so I just closed that down. So that was probably what was causing that.
Ah, right. Yeah, I don't know. Lately, Streamlabs OBS is not playing nicely. Exactly the same as YouTube, unfortunately. But there we
You
go.
tried that? What's it called? Hang on, let me have a look. Oh God, what's it called? Pi Parrot user. For streaming, that is. I'm trying to find it on my.
StreamYard.
Oh, StreamYard. That's a browser-based streaming software, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. The reason I've looked at it. I'm familiar with it, but it doesn't do everything I need it to do because, you know, I know that I make this look incredibly easy, but I've got so many different scenes set up. Like what have I got right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 11 scenes, and I know that you can't. Because I looked to see if I could set my live streams up on there, but you can't. You can't set it up in the way I've got this set up. You know, with things like if I press the button on the remote now, my merch card is on the screen. You know, you can't do things like that in StreamYard. But again, it's like anything else, isn't it? It's you use what suits, you know, your own purpose.
It'll get you on the air. That's the thing.
Exactly. But no, I do like Streamlabs OBS when it behaves.
Yeah, I use it as well. I don't stream very often. In fact, hardly ever at all, to be honest. But I do. I've got Streamlabs installed, and it's dead easy to use. It's not a problem at all. So.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite. I had vMix for a while, and vMix is absolutely amazing. Absolutely brilliant. You know, if we were doing this on vMix, I would have just sent you a link, and the software itself brings you in, but it's 1,200 quid.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's insanely expensive. Now, you can get a free version, but the majority of the features I would need aren't in it. And then I think the next version up, which is, I think it's like $150, which is fairly reasonable, but it's only 720p, which again, you know, in this day and age, 720p on YouTube just isn't really going to cut it.
No, of course, no. And you're probably restricted to how long you can broadcast for as well on it.
I believe so.
And then you have to restart it or something like that.
Yeah. Because that's why on the debate channel, that's why we've got the paid version of Zoom, because you could only have a 60-minute Zoom call. So you know, we've got the paid version.
It's kind of taking the mickey, to be honest.
Yeah. It's you know, they know what people use. Well, but that being said, Zoom is actually meant for business conferencing and that kind of thing, isn't it? It's just exploded into popularity because of everything that's going on at the minute. Camel asks, can't NASA just buy it for me? Ask them to. If NASA want to buy it for me, they can. But no, sadly, you don't make as much money on YouTube as people seem to think.
Unless
You
you've
know,
got
I'm-
millions of subscribers.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'm not going to pretend I don't make any money. Of course I make money. That's part of the reason why I do it. But you
It ain't gonna pay
certainly
the rent.
don't. Yeah, exactly. You don't make as much money as people think you make. You really, really don't. It makes me laugh all the time. You know, I know a lot of it is said in jest, but I get the impression that people think a channel, you know, my channel's tiny. You know, 35,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon that I've got to that level, but you know, I honestly don't know how much money people think you make on a channel
In
this
the
size.
greater scheme of things, it's not a huge channel, is it?
No, exactly. That's the thing. See, there we are. Just to use an analogy that probably everybody here now will be aware of. I'm 1/10 of the size of Simon Dan's channel, so his channel is 10 times bigger than mine. Gary, you've disappeared again. Yes,
no.
it was Mrs. Blinder Crafty Keeler. She was bringing me some extra tissue in case I have a nasal explosion during the live stream.
Are you suffering from hay fever or something?
Yeah, I've got allergies, and when they play up big time. That when I was on with Radical last week, I said I was ill because it's easier to say you're ill, because by that part of the day I just felt like a bag of crap. But basically what happened is I went out last Saturday I had to go up to the Forest of Dean. I bought a part for the bike and I had to go up and pick it up. And my allergies started playing up because I'm highly allergic to tree pollen. So obviously the Forest of Dean wasn't the smartest place for me to visit, but that's where the guy lived. And by the time I got home, I just felt like a bag of crap. And by the time I went live with Radical and Mr. Sensible, I just wanted the ground to open up and swallow me. I felt so unwell. But then I go to bed, go to sleep, wake up the next morning, absolutely fine and dandy. Nothing wrong with me at all. It's truly bizarre.
Yep, I mean, I get it as well. We've got conker trees nearby, and when they're in full bloom and the pollen's floating around, then I get the swelling up of the sinuses, the closing of the throat, eyes screaming. It's horrible.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrendous. But there we are. These things are sent to try us, Gar.
And very trying they are.
Exactly. Perhaps that's what my wife means when she says that I'm a trier.
Could be.
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
I couldn't possibly comment on that, of course.
No.
All right, listen, hand it over to somebody else. I
will do. Thanks, Gar.
No problem. Nice to talk to you
Speak to you again soon, right? Take care, mate. All the best.
Cool.
Ta-ra, pal. Next victim, please.
Crafty, the crazy goat lady is up.
Crazy goat lady. I think
the crazy goat lady.
Actually, yeah, that's what I'm being called. The goat lady.
Why not?
But
Why not? Are you well?
Crazy. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
had a
fully
live stream
recovered.
earlier on. Bit of crack.
I would have jumped on with you, but like I say, my granddaughter was visiting, and
Come here. Real life comes first. Always.
yeah, it does, and I think it has to for our own sanity.
Yeah.
People are pointing out in the side chat that I'm back on the Pepsi Max. I am temporarily. I'm spoiling myself.
It's just to get over the allergies.
They can't hear me. Apparently, there's no sound. Is there no sound in the? Can you hear who I'm speaking to? Mrs. Blinder's at the door, so I'm not going insane. And what?
No, the sound is off.
You can't hear me.
No.
That's weird. Can you hear me in the side chat?
Oh, you're there.
I am there.
Yeah, you're there.
Strange. I'm there now. I don't know what's going on. What? Get lost.
Mrs. Blinder winding you up.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so people can hear me. So yeah, I think he must be winding me up. Yeah, like I say, I would have jumped on, but you know, as you quite rightly said, real life has to come first. Most of the time, anyway.
Well, you give us a lot of your time, so you have to spend time with your family when you can, you know?
That's another thing as well. You know, you saying that you know the situation, you make content yourself, but I get the impression quite frequently from comments I get that people think that not just my video, your videos, anyone that makes videos, that they're just thrown together in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it takes me at least 2 weeks to make a challenging conspiracy video. And it's not because I don't know what flirts are saying or what conspiracy theories are saying, but I'm also now with the challenging conspiracies. I have guests on, so I need to wait until the guests get their bit done.
Yeah.
And then I need to go away and build, because the guests that are coming on are the experts in their field. So then I build kind of the what I want to say around that, and the episode kind of flows through that. But yeah, it takes me about 2 weeks to get a challenging conspiracy theory video together. So it's not easy. And
No,
again, I've only started doing this since I started the channel. My first video, my first challenging conspiracies video, was my first ever edited video.
Yeah.
I'd never done it before. So
yeah, it's not as easy as people think.
No,
you know, because you know, and for me, like for example, if I'm making a video about a flat earther, so again, I'll use Simon Dan as my point of reference. So if a flat earther says something ridiculous, I know it's ridiculous, but I have to find out why what they've said is ridiculous. Whereas somebody like Dan or Katz or Fight the Flat Earth, they already know, so they can just spit it straight out, if that makes sense. Whereas I may have to kind of dig into it a little bit and say, right, well, I know that the moon isn't whatever you just said it is, but I'm not really sure why, so I'll have to find that out now. And it all adds to the time it takes to make the video. So I guess it's, you know, like you were saying, it takes you 2 weeks. I suppose that's because you're preparing, you know, what you're going to say and making sure that you're factually accurate and that kind of thing.
Absolutely. And as well, like, I'm doing things from the more sociological and psychological perspective. So, I mean, yes, it fits in with my training as a sociologist and having a master's in sociology, but you still need to go away, see what other people have said about it, and then frame it in such a way that's A, different to everyone else that's spoken about it, and B, informative and when it comes to sociology and psychology, you can go so deep into terminology. Like I did one there on the teaching profession, the idea that all teachers are liars. Which is thrown out at people all the time. And I had that at 38 minutes, and I had to cut that down then with all the research that I did, and then I had to cut it down to a 15-minute video. So it's a very, very difficult process and a lengthy process.
It is.
So.
It is. But I got to be, I find I don't even know what the correct term would be, but the sociological side of the kind of things I look at, I find that more interesting than people claiming the earth is flat in the first place. Because what I mean is I know I don't necessarily say it in the videos, but I'm interested in why do you believe that the earth is flat? What has either happened to you to make you believe it? You know, were you influenced by somebody? Were you just prone to believe in things? Do you know what I mean? And I do find that side of it very interesting myself. It's just I don't know enough about it to be able to make a video with any substance. If that makes sense.
That's exactly where my training comes in, because the whole idea of, like, I studied for 6 years, so it's. I know the politics of the likes of the Antarctic Treaty. I know the politics of the Cold War, which they're talking about NASA being set up to cover the fact that they're all getting along with this ridiculous theory. So I know the politics behind that. I know the evolution in society behind that. So I'm able to take a topic, and one of the things with my videos that I've been trying to do is take. It's like with any political or social movement, that it's so diverse that if you pick one person or you pick one idea, another person is going to say, well, I don't believe in that little aspect. So
Yeah.
I've been trying to get the overall arching ideas of conspiracies. And I've been focusing on flat earth because obviously that's what I was brought into initially. But it's one of those things that you need to know the history behind it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes very, very difficult to do.
Yeah, exactly. You know, with like I say, with certain flat earthers, they see this is one of the issues I've got with them, right? I have never pretended that I have got some advanced understanding of physics or that I'm some science guy, because I'm not. Definitely not. But that's why I openly say that in my videos, because I want people to understand what they're gonna get from me. Keela, people are asking for a link to your channel in the side chat. I don't know if you're in there or if any of the other mods can post it.
Yeah, I can do that now.
But that's one of the problems I've got with flat earthers, is that so many of them pretend that they've got some advanced understanding of physics and why things behave the way they do behave. And to me, that makes them look even more foolish than they do for just claiming that the earth might be flat or that the earth is flat in their opinion.
Well,
And that's
I'll
why
give you a laugh.
that's why I don't do that, see?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to fall into that trap.
There was someone on Mr. Sensible's channel last week, and he claimed to have a bachelor's degree in science
Yeah.
in art, because it said in science in art. So it's actually a bachelor's degree in art, but he
Right.
emphasizes the science bit.
Science. I see. Now that's not something I've even heard
Yeah,
of.
so some of the universities in the US, and some in we don't do it over here, but some of them in other places have a bachelor's degree in science.
Yeah.
And then so it's just a BA in science in general, and then your subject comes after the BA in science.
Right.
Because they look at it as a whereas we over here have science and arts.
Right.
So you always have and art. So you can never just say you have a bachelor's in science and then lop off the rest.
Yeah.
Because that's intellectually dishonest, you know?
Yeah, and that's the thing, see, is we'll use flat earthers as the example because we're all familiar with them, but that's what they do, that with everything, though. They tailor what they're saying to fit in with their own narrative. So, you know, if the honest qualification is I have a bachelor's degree in science and arts, say that. Don't just...
I'll have more respect for you when you do come out and say I don't have the qualifications or I do have the qualifications. They'll be more respectful of you. Whereas if you come out and say, because there are people in this community that are very, very good at finding out things. not to say that the stalkers that are investigating, but they are actually able to, you know, use Google to find out who you are. And if you're not being honest with people, that will be thrown out there, like.
Exactly. And that's why I've always, right from the beginning, made it 100% clear that I am not a science guy. I am not a physicist. I'm not going to pretend I am. This is what you're going to get from me. If you like it, fantastic. Stick around. We'll have fun. If it's not for you and you'd rather watch Simon Dan because he is science focused, then watch Dan. Don't watch me. Because it always makes me laugh, right? And again, this could well be aimed at somebody that's watching now. I don't know, but I'm going to say it anyway because I'm not going to censor myself. People will pull, let's say for argument's sake, I make a statement about, I don't know, I can't even think of a bloody example, but, you know, if I make a statement about the shape of the earth, we know it's a globe because of ABC, and then it always makes me laugh when people say, well, strictly speaking, Creaky, you weren't quite accurate there. I don't care. Didn't you notice that sentence took me 5 seconds to say? Didn't you notice the other 14 minutes and 55 seconds where the other guy was saying that the earth is flat and that the moon is made of cheese and that the world got flooded by mud but nobody noticed? They always seem to focus on that one small error I may or may not have made.
Of course.
It just makes me laugh. This is meant to be entertainment. If you want science information, go to university, do a degree, go to a science channel, buy a science book. Don't rely on me for accurate scientific information because you're not going to get that. You're going to get my interpretation of, sorry, let me rephrase that. You're gonna get my understanding of what I've read, and sometimes I'll misunderstand it because I am not a science guy.
Yeah, but
does
it's
that make
also
sense?
It makes absolute sense to me anyway, because I've been going through the same thing. I left school at 15.
Yeah.
15, 16. So I didn't really. Yeah, I went back to university at the age of like 24, 25. So I was a mature student.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that people are like, oh, well, how does this work then? And I'm sitting there like, I'm a sociologist. I'm not a scientist and I'm not a mathematician. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am. If you want that, you know where to go because you've probably come across the channel already.
Yeah, exactly. It's for argument's sake. Now, if one of the pipes in my house bursts, I wouldn't phone an electrician and say, well, you're an electrician, so you must know how to plumb as well. Because, well, no, because he studied to be an electrician. He didn't study to be a plumber.
Electricity and water don't mix.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the thing. And this is why I will never pretend to be something I'm not. I'm just a 47-year-old Welsh guy, so I am not 50.
I would have said 42.
Yeah, well, I knew there was a reason why you sound like a nice lady. I just had a downhill paper round. That's all it is. But it's I know I'm repeating, but I'm not the science guy. I've always got something to say.
Come here. To be honest with you, I'm going to be honest with you now. I didn't subscribe to you for accurate science.
Well,
I subscribe to you because of how you put things, how you think about things, and what you wanted to say. And that's what I meant by in the chat. Your channel is yours, not your subs. There are people out there, you have to find the balance, but there are people out there that are saying to me, oh, you have to do this regularly and you have to upload. Like, I'm a carer. I'm a farmer. There are times when I can't get to the internet. So if you're expecting things regularly from me, you're going to be left waiting. But it's one of those things that you have to conform to what your subs want. And yes, to some degree. But there are other channels out there that the subs dictate everything that goes onto the channel.
Yeah.
And
I gotta
don't
be honest,
want to become one of them.
No, I do have a tendency to ask my subscribers, what sort of other things would you like me to see me talk about? But
that's just brainstorming.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same thing. I think it's I'm after, obviously my long-term goal is to make this my full-time job. I'm getting close, but I'm not quite at that point where I can say, this is regular now. This is the same amount of money every month. I can afford to live on that amount of money. All is good. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to establish what people want to see from me, because I can talk about. See, that's the thing. See, because I'm not the science channel, the science guy, or pretending to be as such, I can talk about pretty much anything I want to talk about. But obviously, I only want to do that if the people that have chosen to be here want to see me talk about it. And I know that may sound like I'm kind of
it's an intelligent thing to do because you don't want to be putting all that time and effort into something that's not going to be appreciated.
Exactly,
in a sense.
exactly. It's completely
So I
pointless.
completely understand that.
Yeah, I'm trying
Completely
to structure my content to what to a wider overall audience, you know, because if, as you just said, if I'm making videos that I may think they're bloody brilliant and I really enjoyed making that, but if nobody wants to see it, then there's absolutely no point.
Yeah. And it's a weird thing because I kind of come from the opposite position because when I started the channel, I don't know if you know the history of me starting the channel, but I started the channel on a live stream with Mr. Sensible, and people in the chat were asking me to start the channel. I didn't actually even think about it until they kept saying, start the channel. And yeah, peer pressure. I gave into peer pressure. So that was fun. So it's kind of like, okay, and I don't know if you get this, Creaky, but it's because when you've gotten to a point, you then say, well, what else can I talk about? And I came to that point because
I'm finding that with Flat Earth.
Yeah, I had like 6 when I started the channel. There was a video that I saw, and like in the first 10 minutes, it was every single overarching view of Flat Earth. Yeah. And I was like, right, that's a good structure to start with, and I'll see what comes next. Yeah. And it's taken me a while to realize, okay, what I'm now on the last video of that initial 6 or 7 that I had. Yeah. Where do I go now? And thankfully the community is stepping forward and saying, oh, do this, oh, do that. And I don't know if you've reached that point sometimes where you're like, okay, where do I go from here without repeating myself?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, right? That's why, you know, if you look at my channel, right, from the last, we'll say, I'm going to pull it up in front of me now, right? My last, right, out of my last, so I put up 2 videos every week. So Friday's video was a Flat Earth video. I did one on Wednesday, which was the second part of the assumptions about me. I did the Michio Kaku video on Tuesday, which wasn't about Flat Earth. Is time really going faster? Last Friday, not about Earth. Then there was a Flat Earth video. Rocks are giants. So I'm trying to make the frequency of the Flat Earth videos. This is my perfect plan. So Tuesday is gonna be some kind of conspiracy, whether it be mud flood or whatever. Fridays I want to remain as always being Flat Earth videos, and I want to start releasing. See, I toyed with the idea of going Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So Tuesday's video would be Monday, if that makes sense. I know it probably doesn't, but one video on a Monday, another one on a Wednesday, one on a Friday, because if you release videos too closely together, the newer one affects the one you've released prior to that, because people skip over that and they watch the latest thing. Yeah, the algorithm bugs you up.
If you put, there's also that problem, if you put out too much at once, people will just feel intimidated and they won't watch anything.
People overdose on your content. It doesn't matter how much somebody claims they like you. They can only stick listening to me for so long. It doesn't matter who you are. Nobody wants to. Do you know what I mean?
I'd love to see. I can't wait for you to put up content on the new channel. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's just going to be something different.
I would kind of like to see a little bit. I know this people are going to go mad in the chat. I'd love to see you do what Pip does. Just read off a little story, because your non-accent is brilliant.
Yeah. I know. Us Welsh people are nearly as lucky as you Irish folks when it comes to having no accent.
Yeah.
Or if we do let an accent. Yeah, exactly. None of my family in Southern Ireland have an accent either. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
I'll give you a laugh. I live in Cork. People know I live in Cork. And my great grandfather was from Cork, so I do have the little Cork twang. I'm from Dublin, so you can hear the Dublin. And when I went to university in Kildare, and I pick up accents so quickly, so it's kind of like a little mingle between the 3 accents.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind. Makes me unique. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So somebody says
people seem to like it.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to be yourself, haven't you? And some people will like it, some people won't. And it's the way you behave, the way you speak, what you talk about. It's just be yourself. And if anybody doesn't like it, then don't let the door hit you in the arse on the way out.
Exactly.
Isn't it? But no, like I was saying, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's my ideal, because I don't know how much attention people are paying, but I've created a new playlist called Off Topic, and the idea of that is it's going to be its own series called Off Topic, which will be anything that's got nothing to do with flat Earth or conspiracy theories or anything like that. Just other stuff.
That's where the assumptions videos are, isn't it?
Yeah, where the assumptions videos are, and I've got the weird thing Welsh people say, the Onision video, because see, this is the thing, see, and this is a trap that we're all at risk of falling into, and this applies to YouTubers of all sizes, and I've seen dozens and dozens of people saying it. It's like you were saying, if you pander too much to your audience, it's that fine line. But I find things interesting. Are you familiar with Leon Lush?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, well, Leon Lush is one of my favorite channels. I don't watch that many channels, but I never miss Leon Lush's videos, and I love the stuff he does on there. But I know if I suddenly was to say, right, my channel is doing a 180 turn and I am now doing exactly the sort of stuff Leon Lush does, I would enjoy it. But how many of the 35,000 people that have subscribed to me would stick around to watch it? Yeah. I would hazard a guess and say not that many. Because people have subscribed for what I talk about, not necessarily me.
I know, I've definitely subbed for you as well.
Yes, a lot. This is the funny thing. See, a lot of people say that, but and I don't mean.
Well, the last video I haven't watched because yesterday I had 6 hours of making ice cream, and yes, I make ice cream out of the goat's milk. And then today I had my live stream, so I had to milk the goats real quick and then get everything set up for the live stream, and I live streamed, and then you live streamed, and I was like, yay! Yeah.
But it's like, so,
I will be watching that tomorrow, definitely.
Yeah. But there's so many things I'd like to make videos about that I'm not afraid to make videos about, but I'm apprehensive to do it because
you don't know whether putting in that effort is going to be reciprocated.
Exactly. There we are. Some stray in the side chat is saying, I think your content is your personality. And a lot of people say that. I get people, when I ask people about it, they say, yeah, so I don't care what you make videos about. I'll watch anything you make. But then when I put up a video about, I don't know, weird things Welsh people say, that video, there we are, the assumptions videos. The first one went down well, 16,000 views. But the second one, which I put up last week, it hasn't even hit 7,000 views yet. So, where's the other, 28,000 people? Or 27,000 people that all say, oh yeah, we'll watch anything you want. You put up. So, why haven't you then? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. If there's 35,000 people, why is it that the views are so low?
People are fickle.
Yeah.
They are. And people, because I do this myself, I'll come across a video am I suggested, start watching it, and then I'll hit the subscribe button, and then never watch one of their videos again because I forget.
I've done that, and
I do it all the time.
But when you have so many people coming to you and saying, will you watch the video? Actually, Creaky, one thing that you should watch, one thing that everyone should watch is there's a series on the iNetwork called Pain of Progress.
Yeah.
That series is, like, the BBC would be envious of that series.
Yeah.
Like, it is fantastic. It takes a subject and it looks into the history of how it came to be.
Yeah.
How it developed and how it developed society. So that's an interesting one for you.
I'll have to have a look at that. Maybe you can send me a link to it, because having the memory span of a senile goldfish means by the time this live stream finishes, I will have forgotten who I spoke to, let alone what they told me. So if you can shoot me a link to that, I'll definitely have a look.
Yeah, give me a spanner and I'll put it in the bloody chat.
Okie dokie. I will. I thought you had one, and it was just hidden by your.
No, you don't love me anymore. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, that's done. That's done now.
Creaky, the spanners will always have a spanner, regardless of whether the members.
Oh yeah, Gary's got one on already. Because I thought, oh, it doesn't matter. It's done now anyway. It's done now anyway.
Cool.
But
I'll definitely put that in the chat. I'll
send it over and I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it.
I'm going to mute myself and let someone else talk to you because I think I've taken up enough time. Bye, chat. I'll see you in the chat. I'll be back out there. Love you guys.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.
Next person in was Chief316.
Hello.
You still here, Chief? You need to unmute yourself. There we go.
Good evening. No, can't hear nothing.
Sorry, Chief, we're not hearing you. Try disconnecting and coming back into the VC.
Do.
I don't think it's going to work for Chief, so let's move on.
Yeah, he's gone now. Can we move along to the next one?
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, Hello?
Hello, Chief. You just need to mute your YouTube page in the background.
For fuck. Hello?
Hello.
Just need to mute your YouTube page in the background.
Delay.
Oh. Hello? Sorry about that.
That's okay. It's just we couldn't hear you, and then we could hear YouTube in the background on a delay.
Sorry about that. It's just we couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we still can. Have you got YouTube open, Chief?
Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, we are.
Right. I've got you now.
How are you, pal?
Do we have to have our YouTube on mute? Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise it causes a feedback loop.
Right. No worries. I want to jump on for it's Chief316. It's Merlin, by the way.
All right, how are you, pal?
No, not so bad. It's just a request, really, for you.
Yeah?
Tracy Langley wants to know that if she becomes a Patreon, will you stop calling her a lurker?
If she wants to become a Patreon, I'm very grateful. But if she doesn't want me to call her a lurker, she'll have to stop lurking.
Right, she sat outside of me laughing, so...
Listen, I'm if anybody chooses to become a Patreon, I don't know if I'm very good at saying how grateful I am for it, but it's all part of what's pushing me further towards this being my actual job rather than just nearly being my job, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Perfect sense.
Because the thing is as well, when you were listening earlier, I said I'm sure people think YouTubers make. I know some of the bigger channels make a lot of money, but channels my size don't without support. But the thing is, without people supporting you and watching you, you've got nothing anyway. So, I just like to make sure that people understand how grateful I am for the support I do get.
Yeah. Like I say,
and I know I'm a waffler.
It was more of a joke comment than anything else that she was saying.
Yeah.
Stop calling her a lurker, really.
Well, just tell her to stop lurking then, and then I won't need to call her a lurker. We haven't done the lurk register tonight.
I'd stop lurking. Actually, do you know what? She lurks at kitchen, she lurks upstairs, she lurks everywhere.
They're good. Like women are good at that, aren't they?
Mrs.
Blinder can appear as if by magic.
Yeah, they always seem to lurk behind you when you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, which is pretty much all the time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've spoken to you before, haven't I?
Yes, you have. Yeah,
I thought I had. So you're Merlin, and the last name I cock up every time.
Yes, that's the one.
Go on then. What's your last name?
It's Gone All.
Gornal,
Yeah,
and I say Gornal.
yeah.
It's probably my
And
lack of
Gornal.
accent in it.
And
And Gornal,
yeah, it is.
yeah.
It's your
Everything
lack
but
of a
everything
Welsh
but what
accent.
it actually is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you've got my first name right, because usually I've had Merrill, I've had Melvin, I've had Marilyn, I've had Marlon. So
Yeah,
it's
I've
usually
decided
the
to
first name that
quit while I'm ahead and just start calling people by their first names, unless there's multiples of the same name. It's just a lot easier, because some of the names are just, if you don't know what it is, you're just not going to get it right, especially as I can't really see that well either.
No, and especially when you've not got an accent, some of the names you can't just...
How am I meant to
can't
pronounce
grasp.
these names without an accent?
Yeah, I was just... one thing that I noticed from the last quarter was it Crafty Keeler,
Yeah,
when she was on about people being fake.
yeah,
And I work with kids. I work with 15, 16-year-olds that have been excluded from school.
yeah.
And we had a woman started work with us, and she tried so desperately for everybody to like her and to think she was so good that she told us so many lies about what she'd done,
Yeah.
what qualifications she had, but she got caught out at every turn.
You always do.
Because she'd
This is
tell
the
us she had a
thing,
teacher,
see?
and yet she couldn't spell.
Yeah. This is the thing, see, and this is why I don't pretend to be a science guy, because I'm not. And if I pretend I'm not, eventually the cracks always show. So there's nothing to be gained by it. Don't pretend that you're an expert in something or that you're knowledgeable about something that you're not. This is what I do. If you like it, brilliant, stay. If you don't, look for somebody who does what it is you want them to do, if that's not me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pointless faking it. It's pointless fake. Anybody who knows me in real life will tell you this is what I'm like. More on my live streams. In my videos, obviously, I act up a little bit. But that's because I'm trying to make an entertaining video. But I said this to somebody in a comment on one of my videos. If you want to see what I'm really like, jump onto one of my live streams where I'm chatting to people and chatting to the side chat, because that's me then, rather than the Creaky Blinder in a Creaky Blinder video.
Yeah, it is. Like you say, it's information with entertainment.
Well, I do my best to make the information as accurate as I can make it.
Yeah.
If you want it more accurate, watch somebody who can make it more accurate, and that's not me.
Yeah, like you say, Simon Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
Cat.
Yeah, exactly. They both do a brilliant. Yeah, exactly. When I started doing this, before I realised that there might be a place for me in this community, my initial look at it was, I'd love to do this, but I just don't know enough about physics, or I don't know enough about whatever you choose to say. But, I realised that, well, I got a big mouth. Nobody can usually shut me up, so I'll try doing that and see how it works. And thankfully, it has.
Yeah.
Everyone likes different stuff.
Yeah.
And if you don't like me, don't watch. It's really that simple. Yeah. And I know that may sound like a bit of a dick thing to say, but I can't keep everyone happy, can I?
No. Well, like you say, you'll just end up doing nothing.
Yeah, exactly. You're not being yourself then, see?
Yeah. Yeah, you're catering yourself to other people instead of
pandering.
Catering.
Yeah, exactly. Watch me if you like what I do.
Yeah. They should cater themselves to your content rather than the other way around.
Exactly, because it's optional, isn't it? Yeah, it's optional. You don't have to be here.
No, there's a button on your telly that switches over, so...
Exactly. And, if you don't want to watch me, don't hit the subscribe button and don't click on my videos. Yeah. It's not difficult stuff. Even I can do it.
No, it's not. It's not rocket science.
No, exactly. If it was, I'd be screwed because I don't know anything about that either.
Yeah. Well, now
But
they
the
do any
difference
flat
is I'm
surface
honest enough to say it.
either. Yeah. That's it, innit?
But there we are, such is life.
Have you thought about doing anything, stuff like Bermuda Triangle, all that kind of stuff?
I
all
have.
All the conspiracy theories.
I have. There's a lot of stuff, like I was saying earlier on, there's a lot of other things I'd like to be making videos about. Like, for example, quite a few people have suggested, and it's something that I've sort of looked at loosely, is cryptids. So, Chupacabra and the Abominable Snowman and Bigfoot and that kind of thing. I know I've made a couple of videos about Peter Kane dog training, who allegedly has got the remains of a Bigfoot, but he does satire himself. He's actually a really smart guy. He's a dog trainer and a very good one. But, I am interested in that sort of thing as well. But again, and I know we were just saying about not pandering to your audience, but I think it will be foolish of me to stray too far off the path that's working right now, if that makes any sense. But I am interested in stuff like that as well. The thing is as well, see, the way I work, the videos I make videos about tend to usually be between sort of, 10 and 20 minutes long, so that I can chop them up and react to them and talk about them. But, excuse me, I get sent a lot of videos, and quite often they're just way too long for me to be able to work with.
Yeah,
that's one of the problems I found. Yeah, is finding videos I can work with. I can, and I don't want to go
a bit deep. And then...
Yeah, I don't want to go too far into it.
Yeah,
it's but there we are. Who knows? Things change, don't they? People's interests change. Flat Earth, I think at the minute is really flat. To use an obvious pun. What I mean is, none of them have said anything new for a very long time. But that being said, they're never going to, because you can't say anything new about something that's made up.
Yeah. You've got to keep churning the same bullshit out, because
exactly, and it gets boring.
You've no evidence, you've no proof, nothing will ever change.
People ask me why
happen is there's more proof against it, so then they'll just come out and argue that.
Exactly,
so
and that's the thing. See, about
you keep telling them the same thing.
Exactly. That's the thing. See, about a lie. If what you believe is based on a lie, you need to cover that lie up with another maybe slightly bigger lie, and then that lie needs to be covered up by a different lie, and it spirals, and before you know it, everything you think you believe or think you know is just all based on one initial and usually ridiculous lie.
Yeah.
And it spirals out of control. And the thing is, to be a good liar, you've got to have a good memory, which is why people can trust me, they can not trust me, but I don't lie because I've got a shit memory. And if I said something, if I said, oh, see that hat on the wall back there? I took that grey hat off Ed Sheeran's head, and he said he was more than happy for me. And then in 6 weeks' time, I'd say, see that grey hat over there? I bought that from a shop in Cardiff.
Yeah.
It wouldn't achieve anything apart from making me look like a complete spud.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've known a few of them in my time.
And that's all flat earthers do. People say, oh, why won't you debate any flat earther? There's a really good reason, and it goes back to what I said earlier. I haven't got the scientific knowledge to be able to spit out answers on the spot. I have to look it up, right? And that's fine. Yeah. That's what I do. But also, if I was going to debate a flat earther, let's say now you suddenly turned this conversation, went around and said, right, actually, got you, Baldy. I'm a flat earther, and I want to debate you right now. I would just say, yeah, but the earth isn't flat, is it? Debate over. Because it isn't.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. And it's the way they turn it round and they go, well, the burden of proof is on you to prove that it's a globe. No, it's not.
I don't think it is, though, is it? The burden of proof is usually on somebody who's making the claim.
Yeah, all the evidence supports a globe.
Yeah, exactly.
You're saying it's not a globe, so the burden of proof is on you, and you don't have any.
Exactly.
So exactly. But with them, it's always the minute you get them like that, they just completely change the subject.
It's just always crap, isn't it?
It's like Kent Ovin with the evolution.
Yeah,
His go-to answer. or his go-to answer all the time is, "Oh, so you think that we came from a rock?" And you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, no, that's nobody said that. Nobody's
No,
ever
exactly. But it's, Kent Hovind is, with his beliefs, he's no different to a flat earther.
said no."
They can't explain why the Earth is flat. They just know the Earth isn't a globe, and that's the whole basis of their argument. Can't offer any evidence. Can't show you any photographs. Can't explain to you why there's a possibility the Earth might be flat. We just know for a fact that it's not a globe because they say it is. And that's the whole argument. And that's why I think it's becoming a little bit monotonous at the minute, because they all just say exactly the same thing in a slightly different way.
Yeah. And I think your likes of your Mark Sargent and that, they've got so far down the rabbit hole now, and they've got their followers hanging on every word that they say. That
Mark
they can't back out now.
Mark Sargent is just a business person. He does not believe the Earth is flat, but he is, as you said, he is so far down the rabbit hole now, and he is earning so much money by saying that it is.
Yeah.
He would have to be an even bigger idiot than he makes himself appear to be by saying the Earth is flat to say that he's been kidding.
Yeah.
Because he would be removing his ability to support himself financially, and he would also be leaving himself wide open to mass ridicule. Which I know he already gets, but do you know what I mean? If I had spent the last 2 years pretending I was a PhD in physics, and then suddenly came out and said, actually, no, I was only kidding. I was only saying that because I thought it would make me seem cool. I'd look like a div.
That's what I mean. At the minute, he can look stupid, but he's got his back up.
Yeah,
He's got people that will fight his corner for him. He doesn't have to fight it himself.
No,
Whereas if he comes out and says, well, actually, I think it's a load of crap, he's one guy all on his own then.
Exactly.
Who's going to fight his corner for him?
Exactly.
And then anything he says in future, people are just going to say, sorry, mate, you're a bona fide liar. We know you are.
Exactly.
So,
and he'll get to the situation where it'll be like the boy that cried wolf, if you keep saying the same unbelievable things over and over again, then eventually you get to a point where nobody believes anything you say at all.
Even if you've got hold of something in your hand and you go, this is a banana.
Yeah.
And people go, no, I don't believe you. Yeah, but it's yellow and bent. Look, it's a banana.
Yeah,
but it might not
be. But the thing is, and what people would say is, but yes, it may look like a banana, but how can we trust anything you say? Because for the last 5 years or 10 years, you've been trying to convince us that we live on a planet that isn't what we thought it was.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think he's read a little bit too much Terry Pratchett.
Yeah, he's done something, that's for sure. He's done something, that's for sure.
Read a few Discworld books, I think, and he's decided that that's the way it must be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but there we are. Such is life. Such is life.
Oh, there's a good thing on. I don't know if you've watched it. It's only about 3.5 minutes long.
Yeah,
and it's a call-in show, and it's Mark Sargent and Russell Brand.
I've not seen that.
And
no.
The tag for it is Russell Brand versus Flat Earther.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at that.
Just watch it. It's 3.5 minutes, and Russell Brand proper goes off on him.
I'll have to have a look. I like Russell Brand. I'll have to have a look at that. I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Right, thank you, kind sir. You're a good one. And I just noticed it's 9 o'clock, and I need to get off. So
yeah, no worries.
Take care, mate, and I'll speak to you again soon. Right, we'll do this again soon.
Hey, Creaky Blinder, how you doing? Yeah. This is Glass Monster from Canada. I thought I'd say hello.
How you doing, pal?
Oh, just watching a bunch of flirt videos.
You want to be careful.
Yeah, I might pull my hair out.
Yeah, you could do. And you need to be fearful that stupidity isn't contagious. Right. Bacon Earth, I'm going to leave the voice chat because the end is here, and I apologize to anybody who was waiting to speak to me, but I got into some longer conversations than I normally would, but I do need to get off. I've got a few things I need to sort out. So I can't stay on any longer, I'm afraid. So if you were waiting to speak to me, I apologize. But I do need to depart. I need to quickly look at the super chats before I go. Bacon God, are you still in the side chat? Can you hear what I'm saying? Because I've left the Discord call. But anyway, 10 Polish knockers. I always forget that one. From Olek for more Pepsi. Thank you very much indeed. But after tonight, I won't be drinking Pepsi again. Ex-Penguin, £2. Crafty Keeler, the goat pimper. The crazy goat lady. And Neil Sullivan, £2. Cheers, M. Duck. Not sure what that means, but yeah. So, like I say, if you were waiting to speak to me, sorry, but we will do it again next time. If you're not subscribed. If you don't want to, please yourself. And I will catch you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you all for watching Creaky Live. Don't forget to follow me on all of your social media platforms. Have a good day and have a creaky week.